300 hours of yoga teacher training in Rishikesh, India. Let me tell you everything about my experience, why India, why Rishikesh, and how was it to complete the 500 in total hours of yoga training. Let's start.
So we just arrived to India. We are in Delhi.
Why did I choose Rishikesh? I've been coming to India for several years. From 2020, I've been coming to India, but mainly to the south part, mainly Kerala. I love Kerala. It's like my second home. I did my first certification in Varkala, Kerala. But this time, when I was thinking about the 300 hours, I thought that it was a very good idea to do it in Rishikesh, the birthplace of yoga. And it was my first time in that place. I had so many, let's say, expectations. I was really excited about it, like to live the whole experience of being in India, in the birthplace of yoga, and learning even deeper knowledge about yoga. So I chose Rishikesh for this reason. I thought it was going to give me a lot of experience about yoga, and what a best place to learn yoga and to get certificated than India and Rishikesh. Coming back to India meant many things for me. First of all, of course, the yoga, the growing, the going deeper in what I love to do. Also, it was a trip of self-discovering, of opening myself to new connections. I think I've been working by myself for many years, and it could feel lonely. So doing like in group things are also a good idea for me. I consider myself introvert, but many people says I'm extrovert because I have just so much energy when I'm around people, but I also enjoy being by myself. So it was kind of looking for new connection, looking for connecting. I think the most important part for me was connecting with people who are doing the same thing than me. Many of them are already teachers. Some of them are doing the 200, the 300 in Kundalini. So it was a very good experience to open myself and to connect with people who are very aligned with the values that I live on in my regular life. So how was the training like in real life, if it was what I expected? Because I already had the experience of the 200 hours, I more or less knew like that we were going to have a schedule, but in my first certification we were just 4 years because it was after pandemic. So still going to India was a little bit tricky and difficult to get the visa. But this time we were many people. There were people of 200 and 300 hours, and in total in over 300 we were 5. But in lunch, dinner, it felt like very cozy because there were so many people and conversations were really nice. Was it what I expected? No. It was even more, like classes were much more deeper than I thought. It was much more information than I thought. So I was feeling very, very happy about it. Our first class started at 5 a.m. I'm a morning person, so I loved the idea of starting 5 a.m. with Hatha Yoga. After it, we had like pranayama, meditation, the breakfast at 9, then we continue with anatomy. So having different teachers for each topic also make it much more deeper because each teacher can just focus in specific topics of what they are teaching about. So I love the philosophy classes, and I realize I still have to go deeper and deeper and learn more things about yoga, and it makes me super excited. So days were long, because we start at 5, we finish around 7, 6:30, then we had dinner, and then we go to. I have to admit that I got so much knowledge through the philosophy classes, the hatha classes, the alignment classes. It was really packed, and packed also with information. So I love that, and I think I'm still processing the whole information with the notes, passing everything to digital, adding my reflections on it, going a little bit deeper in each topic. So probably it will take much longer that I think, like maybe 1 more month I will be like just studying about it and trying to process all the knowledge that I got there. What did I learn beyond the mat? What did I learn aside of all the yoga classes? What are the reflections that I take from this experience? I think I love the meditation classes and the topics about surrender, trusting, observing thoughts, observing feelings, being detached from results, being detached from outcomes, people, thoughts. And it's something that I really practice in intervention with clients in psychology. But it's something that I love to hear and to learn and to go deeper and to put it much more in practice. So that's something that really touched me. There are things that you know, and then even when you listen about it again, you say like, okay, this makes sense. This is exactly what I needed to listen. This is exactly what I needed to be reminded of. So I felt it that way. It was just amazing. I think it's like being open and knowing like, I don't know anything. Like every time I get to know more about these topics, I realize I know nothing about these topics. So it gives you this feeling of being humble about it and feeling like, wow, I feel eager to continue learning, like being open to continue learning and seeing those teachers who knows so much about yoga and they are still open about learning. It was amazing. And I also think, and I come back to the philosophy class because we had an amazing teacher in philosophy class. The way that he explained the proposal that he had about different topics, the way that he explained the 8 limbs of yoga and all that, it really made sense in my mind. Like there were pieces of knowledge in my mind that I started making, like doing like this click, like, oh, okay, yes, this makes sense. So it was really nice to have this realization of seeing all the yoga topics from a different perspective. And I also think something that I take is the power of slowing down. Many times I find myself in the rush of, oh, I have to work and I have to do this and I have to do that. And always I working or checking what else do I have to do and creating things. And this feels nice, but I have to say, like, slowing down and allowing myself to connect. That was one of the biggest things that I take from this experience, is connecting with people, connecting with all these new friends that I have was amazing. So this rush that maybe I had, like in these 3 hours, like I have to work, I have to do more things, I need to keep the pace of working, and allowing myself like, no, I'm going to drink something and I'm going to have a good conversation and I'm going to go deeper in the knowledge that we are learning. It really changed me. I have to say it, like I'm not the same person who went there the first day and who left. And I feel much more open, inclined to value the presence of special people in my life, like being open to really connect with them. It's crazy because we went to do yoga, but I take from this like the value of friendship, connections, and being with people who are aligned to your values. So how do I carry this whole experience? Well, and for me, carrying this experience is just like feeling that it's the beginning of a big and long journey of learning more about yoga. I feel very excited about it. I feel very excited about sharing the knowledge that I got there and getting to learn more about it. Hopefully next year I can come back to Rishikesh and do a few more certifications. I'm really excited about it. So I feel like much more open, and I value much more the keeping updating yourself in the knowledge that you have. For me, when I started my first certification, wasn't for teaching, it was more for myself learning more about yoga. But life gave me the opportunity to start teaching after a few months of my first certification, and I've been teaching while I'm traveling and online. So for me now, it's more like I want to continue teaching. It's like a confirmation of continue sharing all these things that I'm learning, and also putting in practice all those things in my own life. The detachment, the trusting, the connecting with yourself, connecting with your higher self, I think is one of the things that I want to continue living on. So this is in general the experience that I had: routine, change, growth, learning that I know nothing about yoga and that I'm still learning, but this feeling of wanting to share more about it with more people in classes and everything. and putting in practice these philosophy parts in my classes, I think it's really powerful. So this is what I take from this experience. Let me know if you have any question about the 300, 200, or another certification, or about Rishikesh. Let me know in the comments, and I will be sharing more about my trips, some yoga routines, even some dancing routines. Why not? So let me know what else would you like to see in this channel. Remember to follow me in Instagram, that I'm very, 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 very active there and sharing almost every day like a different reel about the experiences that I'm living while traveling and short yoga sequences. So if you're interested, I will keep all the links in the description box. I'm Violeta. See you in the next episode. Bye.